Hey, GetFox here. So I was asked in stream what I'm most excited about for the new game. Just 19. That wasn't in 18 before. Like, why buy 19? So basically, what this video is going to do is going to be like what I'm most excited about for 19, what's new. Then I'm also going to talk about near the end like what I'm most cautious about in this new title, what I see as maybe problems, because we got to keep it fair and balanced, right? But I mean, like overall, what I'm most excited about are something that just is just football and carry over from year to year, basically creating new schemes, new teams, and seeing how those things stand up to the fire of online head to head. Basically, will it melt like cheese in a hot plate, or will it stand strong like Lance Armstrong? But so outside of like what just Madden is every year, football. Let's get into what's new in 19. So they're gonna reveal pack odds. So I've often said if packs are gambling or not, it doesn't matter to me. But they're providing the odds, and like so, people are saying like this is what I wanted most of all out of packs is the odds, and whether it's gambling, whether you think it is, whether it's not, this is just kind of a win for all of us. And I think showing like it's gonna be based on overall bans. I'll put this link in the description. I don't want to go too much into this because we don't really know exactly like everything. It's kind of just very generic how they're gonna do it, what they're gonna break it down. So we won't see exactly what it is until we get into the game. And then maybe I'll do like a bunch of packs opening and see how close they are to the real thing. Do like a statistically significant sample of packs, because I'm gonna put a shit ton of money into this game. And I think like what that I'm most excited about, like building the team, like putting a lot of money and just getting to like a top end team. That's one thing, but I also think I'm gonna try some other series this year. Maybe a no money spent series. Maybe like bring back Pig Iron to Steel Splendor like I did in Madden 16. The Road to Glory type stuff. I just think the online matchup system wasn't great for 17 and 18 for those kind of teams, and they really didn't make them very fun. But moving forward, let's go. What I'm most excited about, like number one, besides for like what's in the game every year, is actually let's go to this one first. This is what I'm number one. The power ups and the upgrade paths. See these two little things right here. This upgrades and chemistry. Basically, sorry. I think there's a lot of space right here. There's a lot of space right here for more of these right bumpers. So this, like when I first saw this, I could just imagine the possibilities. Like this was just beautiful to me. So what I want right here is there's gonna be like maybe a card art tab where you can maybe change the pose on the guy. Like there'll be like specific cutouts, like in Photoshop you can cut out around the guy. So different poses and then different backgrounds, and you can mix and match based off the card art you want to really make your guy your team and your special player. So that's one card art. I also want like next like maybe a skill tree, like World of Warcraft skill tree based on stats. I know old like NCAA games had this, or what is it? NFL head coach had different for head coach. So like basically you get to choose your path. And then go down it based off like stats that you acquire on the card. So say you have, I don't know, a running back, and like say the stats, like you could choose either like the speed stat categories or like the physical, the mental, and then maybe like the skill stat categories. So like this would be like speed, acceleration, agility, that kind of stuff. So that's physical. The mental would be like play rec, awareness, zone coverage, that kind of stuff. And then like the skill would be like juke move, power move, finesse move, spin move, that kind of stuff. And then like as you unlock it based off stats, say you choose the physical category, and I don't want this to be like plus 10s. I want this to be like each card you get like maybe max like plus 2 or 3 speed on your physical card. But basically you have to get like, I don't know, 100 touchdowns with that running back, and you can get the max. Like so, there's and then like or like 50 wins, and then you can like level them up and choose your skill tree category. So something like that I want as a card. Like this is just something I'm imagining, like not something that like I need in this game, but something that I kind of want more customization on each one of these cards to kind of give them like a more special feel to your team. And I like the customization, the options, the ability to make these guys your own. So like the more you use them, the more they become your own. To have different unlocks like that. So I also would like here maybe an equipment tab here where you can change out the type of shoes they have, like a different type of Nike shoe for like a better, I don't know, +1 agility, +1 acceleration. And basically, I put it on the market. I like having more things on the market, more things to work on the market. I like the open market more than like the NAT bullshit that we have. So along with that, maybe another one being like stats. So like the stats that you acquire with the certain cards. I guess that kind of ties into the skill tree tab. But basically show like how many games this guy's played for you, how many touchdowns, how many tackles, interceptions, so on and so forth. And then maybe like per game stats too. It's tough because people quit out. Maybe the per game stats would be lower, but something like that. Like maybe per per 16 minutes of gameplay, something like that. And then maybe you could even steal from other games, like do badges like 2K over here. They have badges on certain stuff to increase probability and whatnot. That one, it's fine. Call them something different and totally steal it. I like stealing fun gameplay mechanics if you can make it your own in your own game. So just basically more customization to your cards. And that's kind of what I want. So like what I'm most excited about is this menu, this specific UI that they put in the game, because it's so expandable going forward. And I think if they keep this UI in the game and they don't change this, just upgrades chemistry, just leave this all year, I think it will be a failure of a opportunity. So I hope they don't just let this sit. I hope they keep really going with this live service model and keep updating through the year. So that's what I'm most excited about for 19 and moving forward with that. The chemistry, too, I'm excited about, is that they've much improved it from 18, it looks like. Let's see what we can... Let's see this QJB's video. Let's see him click over to the chemistry tab. There it is. So, like, all these different chemistries. I'll go through the red chems in a little bit, but these chemistries, it's nice. It's like upgrade. There's a speed, acceleration, speed tier for tier 3, so +2 speed there. And then the team, like theme teams themselves, I'm super excited for, because like a full Steelers or full Jaguars theme team getting to be able to, I think it's +3 speed on the theme teams. Insane. I love it. They'll make like certain players great, but then you'll have holes in your lineup, so it's kind of like a balancing act. Like, so maybe you'll have I don't know, Randy Moss with his +5 speed on your Vikings theme team, but then you'll have like a guard or some other weakness otherwise. So like players, it ends up being able to like use your strengths, but then they'll be able to take advantage of your weaknesses. So it becomes much more like a cool balancing mechanism for the game. It's something that I've wanted. So they made theme teams actually viable in the game this year, and that's kind of cool. Like basically MUT, the entire mode of MUT is derived around building the team. And being able to offer us ways of making more different teams rather than just stacking the highest overall so we can get into our lineup is, I think, a good thing that they should be striving for. So the ability to customize, go deep into it, make them our own, and make them feel like I don't know, customizable and varied in the online head-to-head marketplace or whatever, is an important thing that they should strive to, and they're doing a good job with that, and they're moving forward with the theme teams. I'm also, so like with this chemistry and the changes in chemistry, that's really nice. I'm also excited for, say, like the new sets in the game with the heavyweights, the veterans, the flashbacks. They said they're going to update them regularly. I don't know what regularly means. If it's weekly, fucking love it. If it's monthly, really? Monthly? That's it? So hopefully they can update those frequently, maybe once every 2 weeks. But I think monthly and longer is a little bit too long to upgrade those. So just like sprinkle us a couple more, maybe like 2 new flashbacks, heavyweights, veterans every week. I think a lot of people would be satisfied if there was like a new day, like if like, I don't know, Thursdays or Fridays or something with those days. I also am really appreciative of them bringing back the gambling packs. Not necessarily gambling, because you can put in tokens for them, but where are they? They're basically the quick sells. I think it gets into souls at this point. I should have really taken a timestamp, shouldn't I have? Wow, this is terrible. I think it's before diamonds. Heavyweights. Oh, Wheel of Coins. There it was. Wheel of Coins. So it is. Wheel of Coins are back in the game. Large quick sell packs. Basically, you put in 4 tokens. Seems like a lot. I wish it was like 1 token. But doing 1,000 and 100,000 coins, it depends on how this is weighted if you're gonna profit off it. But the fact that they brought in playbooks, alternate uniforms are also back, which is nice. I mean, this just returns to former glory of MUT, something that we've missed over the years. So Wheel of Training is here, kind of new, but similar to the Wheel of Quick Sell. Training, we'll talk about training a little bit. I'm cautious. I like that they included it, like that the ability to upgrade cards there with the power ups. One thing I'm cautious about, I guess, while I'm on that, actually, let's move on to what I'm cautious about with the training, is how expensive a lot of these power-ups are going to be. Like, when I look at, actually, I didn't even get through all of what I'm excited about, but when we get up from, 87 to 89, how expensive this just one tier is, it, doubles in price to go up +2 overall. Now, not all cards are statted like this, but, can you imagine how much it's going to cost in training once you get to 94, 95, and so on, if they're doubling every 2 or so overalls without the card? That's something I'm worried about. This is obviously something they could fix through the year. There's just something, I think, going from tier 1, and I don't know how easy or hard it will be to get for levels 1,500 points. Like, this would be great for people that spend money, but the people that spend money will already be able to get to Randy Moss's 91 and not be able to blow their training. Something I caution people is to burn their training early in the game. I would save it for a while, just use auctionable cards, and then like sell them back, buy new cards, stuff like that. So don't sink all your training in, because you only get 50% of it back, and they round down on that. Like, going down from 5, if you go down, you get 2 back, so it's only 40% in that location. So that's tough. But so don't burn your training early. Save it up. Try and get a game changer. Try and save up for the 1,500 for 89 overall Moss, because that's still a very good card if you can't afford the 91, which I'm sure will be going for 1 million coins off the bat or something crazy like that. So yeah, training costs is something I'm worried about going through the year, and then the power up sinking into NAT, and losing that training stuff. Even though you can downgrade and sell them, which is really nice. I like that they added. That's what I'm excited about. They listened to our feedback on power ups. Another thing I'm excited about. All right, so I also like the level rewards. This was leaked by Muav, aka Mutt Leaks, aka you know that guy on the Discord. So we'll look through all these reward levels. Sorry, I'm just kind of scrolling through for you guys. So we're looking through the reward levels, the fantasy packs. Kind of neat. I'll probably link this in the description too. Yeah, let's go all the way to the bottom. It looks like we get to level 50 exclusive store packs. I wonder if we're gonna have to buy this again. That's disappointing. If we grind up the levels and we have to buy it. For money spenders, it's not a big deal, but for non-money spenders, it's kind of like, ugh, they're forcing us to spend money. Exclusive store packs. I feel like we're gonna have to buy these. So that's kind of like excited, disappointed for. Level Master is gonna be Ricky Williams. Last year was LT. I liked it and I didn't like it. I liked it in the fact that it was an alternate way of getting a card. I didn't like it that it was so dang expensive. It was like time locked and money locked, and NAT, and a lot of things I didn't like about the game was epitomized, but it's different. So it's not going to be different this year. Maybe I'll start to hate it more and not do it. And then the red chems. So the new red chems, people are saying it's like it's SM, A, JM, I think those are the 3 new ones. The rest of them were like in the game last year, like Conductor, Identifier, Battle Ready, Energizer, Jump to Snap, Hot Hands, Return Man, Focus Kicker, Playmaker, Clutch Kicker, Secure Tackler, Secure Pass Blocker, or Secure Protector, Gunslinger, Never Stumble, Pick 6 Chem, SR? That looks like weird. But Lead the Way, Unfakeable, Pick Specialist, Return Man, Tip Drill, F. Why can't I think of F? Is F new? No. F's not new. I get Focus Kicker. F word. What was F? Out My Way. Under Pressure. Oh, Footsteps. There it is. Footsteps. And so like SM, A, JM, TS. So there's a lot of new chems. I'm excited to see what they are. I really wish Playmaker wasn't in the game. That's a lot of people's passing offense is just Playmaker. So that kind of sucks. Along with Secure Tackler. If Secure Tackler stays in the game and is as powerful as last year, kind of sucks that they brought him back. Like, most of Madden's fault is with balance. So having those unbalanced chems in the game kind of sucks. Also, one thing I'm cautious about is this game. Watch what Brown does on this running play. Watch him target this safety. So let's let it run out. He makes adjustments. Oh, I gotta reload. So he's gonna make adjustments. And watch what Brown does. That's something I'm super, super nervous about. And now this is funny. Back-to-back plays. Watch 77. So, okay, we're in the pocket. He's looking the wrong way. What was that? Steve Young was looking the wrong way. Did you guys see that? Why is he looking? He's looking to the wrong goalpost. Steve, wrong way. You're looking the wrong way. All right, anyways. So he turns his head. Watch 77. Talk about looking the wrong way. Look at that. Blocking is such a bugaboo for us in this game for so long that the fact that there's still issues like that after Clint's taken over being the offensive lineman, he professionally blocked. And that's the kind of unprofessional blocking we have in the game. All right, so that's something kind of worried about. Also, people are concerned about the high stepping stuff, and it does kind of look unnatural, but as long as it doesn't affect gameplay, I'm fine with it. All right, so I'm also worried. I'm also cautious because like gold players in this exchange between Lemon and Jake Stein basically boiled down to he's talking about the difference between upgrades and power ups. Gold or better item can be upgraded, quote unquote, which basically means you can equip chems. You can give them like unstandard chems. So like I don't know, the scheme chemistries, not the ability chemistries. So he says at launch they can only access a scheme chem. So like golds, elites that are not power ups. I mean, there's like how many? There's a ton of power ups. Let me look. Let me look at the number of power ups in this game. Program power up filter. All right, so there's 25 on each Mudhead page times 6, so 125, 120. Oh no, 153. Sorry, I can't math. 153 power-ups, which is a ton of guys. But the guys that aren't power-ups, so like the guys, when I was talking about earlier, I'm excited about for theme teams, the guys that aren't power-ups, that aren't legends, they're not able to put on different teams. So like, I don't know, who would be a guy that's been on multiple teams. Marquette King, I don't know if he has a power-up, but he's been on multiple teams. You won't be able to switch his team chemistry. So he won't be able to go back to Raiders until he gets like a special card, I think. So that's disappointing. You're not able to do that very well. Switch the golds and team chems. The special chemistry speedsters are only for power-ups and legends. So that's something I'm cautious about. They didn't really fully give that to us. The red chems, like I talked about. Muttmaster Shaz. Do I have Muttmaster Shaz here? Yeah, let's go. Muttmaster Shaz. I'm also a little... I like it, but they should really call it like participation trophy Shaz. Like, this isn't really masterful. Like, how BS is 80,000 passing yards? That's not masterful. Like, this is going to be the great separator for people to be able to get Shaz and not. 80,000 passing yards? There's nothing masterful about sitting in a solo and throwing that. I've said this over and over. Come on. It's terrible. But the rest of it, like, as long as you play, like, you're not really mastering anything in the game. Like, you just win 125. If they said, like, you got to win 125... If you had to do both multiplayer and solos, like I'm a multiplayer game. I don't really love grinding solos. Mastering would have to do them both. Or like you have to win a head-to-head championship at All Madden first. Like that would be a master. Like that's something you'd have to master to get this card. They did it a few years ago with cards, but somewhat master. It's like Mutt. I don't know. It's not participation trophy. Mutt. Cumulative stats or. I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Mutt grinder, not master. So that's the Mutt grinder. If you guys are into dating apps, Ryan Shaz is for you. All right, so let's see. What else am I worried about? Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I want to talk about in today's video. What I'm excited for, what I'm worried about. So it feels balanced on both sides. Hopefully it wasn't too long for you guys. But thanks for watching. Call to action. I'll see you tomorrow.